Hey everybody. It's about 5:30, almost 5:30 in the morning. I work a afternoon job, so I get home usually, 4:30, and I don't sleep well because I'm not really sure why, but I end up staying up late, so it's hard for me to do videos in the morning. So I thought, hey, let's start trying to do some at night after work because you got to have that wind down time anyway. So here I am in the garage talking to you guys. And that's what my friends call their garage, is the garage, because we're all a bunch of gays. Um, but that was just a little side note. But it's like I'm gonna give you a little background on why and how I decided to start this YouTube channel. Um, I had gone through a situation that was very, very painful for me, and probably, without a doubt, one of the most um, painful things that I'd ever had to go through, and didn't really know how I was going to go through it. And I had started to go into just this shutdown mode. And then I was like, okay, I can't function like that. So I kind of started to get a little interested in maybe trying to heal a little bit. And I started getting, I guess, a little bit of a pull towards the spiritual. And another side note background is I grew up in a very religious home. Hellfire, damnation, Bible thumping, kind of a religious background. And especially with me being, gay as gay, that was very difficult for me because part of that Bible thumping was you're going to hell if you're gay. So for a long time, many, many years, I didn't really want anything to do with religion. So I didn't give myself the opportunity to really search out other alternatives to the Bible thumping hellfire damnation. I just figured anything to do with God hates gays, so I'll just not be interested. So I always would say, I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a religious person, and to a certain extent that was true. It's like I would kind of still look towards a higher power. I had a faith, but it was kind of like one of those faiths where you just kind of pulled it out when you needed it. So, anyway, as I was dealing with the issues that I was dealing with and trying to figure out a way to be able to function, I started getting delving a little bit into the spiritual realm and started finding a lot of really, really interesting things, and a lot of really good people, a soul tribe, if you will. And it became something that really helped me to heal because what I started to find was the spiritual aspect that I was searching for and that I was finding was all about self love and the universe being one and everything being energy, and that you know we can manifest greatness in our lives. We can become great. We can change. We can actually change, and we can actually heal. And there's a lot of tools out there for us to do that. So, it was one of those things where I just really started being drawn to it. And I went to sleep one night and I had this dream. And in the dream, it was very, very evident that Spirit came to me and said, "You need to share your story. You've got a lot of things that have happened in your life and a lot of things that maybe would help other people if you just talked about it." And I think maybe because Spirit knows that I like to talk, and so it was kind of that part's easy for me. I could sit here and talk all day about nothing, or just about anything. I give me a subject and I can talk about it for days. But the things that are closest to me right now are the things that I'm going through with my healing, with my self love, with my finding myself. And I've spent a lot of time saying, why in the world would Spirit wait until I'm this age to want me to do something like this? But then I had to realize that if I hadn't, if Spirit hadn't waited till this age, I wouldn't have gone through all of the things that I've gone through. So maybe I wouldn't have as much to talk about. And we'd be sitting here talking about French fries or something, which I could talk a lot about French fries. There's the floppity ones, and there. Anyway, I digress. But what's happening with me is I'm being very much drawn to doing the best I can to better myself. And if I can share that with somebody and I can help them to maybe grow just a little bit or to heal just a little bit, then, I feel like I've done something. And it's actually kind of cool to see the changes that are occurring within myself. Um, if you've known me in the past and you haven't seen me or talked to me or been around me in the last, couple of months, yeah, I'm a very different person than I was then. Yes, I'm still the goofy, crazy, crybaby that says fuck a lot. Look at my shirt, fuck around, find out. It's like I'm still that person, but I've learned to try and change a lot of things within myself that I felt were negative. And I started on the YouTube channel watching some of the. I'm a Gemini, and I started watching some of the tarot stuff because that's always been very, very fascinating to me. And it was like the stuff that I was drawn to. It's like the YouTube is full of, the love stuff and the what's going to happen to you in the next 48 hours and that sort of thing. But the stuff that really drew me in was the ones that were talking about um, things that you could do to better yourself, and the ways that you could utilize your pain or your frustrations or whatever you might be going through to better yourself, and to um, like releasing things that no longer serve you. And that's one thing that I've struggled with when this whole thing first started. I was watching one, and the video was talking about how you know and of course it's collective, so it's for multiple people, but sometimes they hit home and sometimes they don't. But it was talking about the fact that I was being called for this great purpose, and I could feel that within myself, but at the same time I was like, what's my little you know YouTube channel going to do to help anybody? And the the thing kept coming up that I needed to release certain people and release certain habits and release certain things. And the one thing that I fought tooth and nail for, it was like I was going to, receive all this prosperity and all this abundance and stuff. And I kept saying, without love, who cares about how much money you have? Who cares about your bank account if you don't have love? And, it was like I would fight back and forth with spirit saying, no, give me what I want or I'm not doing your stupid channel. And um over time I realized that it wasn't about me having to give up anything. It was about me realizing the things that no longer served my greatest good. And the things that I needed to release were my thought patterns and my unhealthy attachments to things and to people, and realize that if you truly, truly love people, whether it be family or a romantic situation, you not only want the best for them, but you want the best for yourself. And so I started thinking about some things, and it's been a process for me to be able to release certain expectations and certain desires and certain, I'm a very, very stubborn person. And it's like if I don't get what I want, then I'm just going to keep at it till I get what I want. And in some cases, that's really a good thing. In other cases, well, maybe, you need to realize that, that might not be for your best. So I was listening to this video tonight at work. There's this tarot reader. Her name's Satija, and she has this Satija Tarot. Go check her out. She's really funny, really, really funny. And so I'll put her little, hashtag on there. Hopefully she won't mind. But it was like she was talking about how, we spend so much time feeling sorry for ourselves and sitting in this pity party, game, instead of just getting our asses up and doing what we're supposed to do for our best, and probably for the people around our situation's best. And it really, really hit home with me because I realized that I spend a lot of time, trying to have things just the way I want them. And instead of doing what I'm being called to do and then letting spirit or the universe, guide me where I'm supposed to go. Whoever and whatever is supposed to be in my life will find its way to me and me to it. So, it's like releasing things and truly, truly, truly wanting the best for the situation in general. In your heart of hearts, forgiving and unconditionally. You can unconditionally love somebody and not have an attachment to them. And I've started to realize that that's the type of thing that I need to do in my life. I need to, stop trying to put expectations and stipulations on, what's going to happen day to day in my life, and just be happy, just grow, and to, if I really truly love someone, you want what's best for them and you want their happiness. If I had my preference, would I get what I want? Of course. Don't we all want that, But, at the same time, you have to think about the fact that that may not be what, they want or what's supposed to happen. Now, if it is, then hey, bring it on. But, it's like my view in life as of late, and I encourage you guys to try and do this too, is just to release anything that holds you back from focusing on self-love and healing and helping others, and just release those things. Release the things that no longer serves your better good. And if those things are for you, they'll not leave you, or they'll come back to you. And if they're not for you, then they will go on to their best and highest purpose, and you will continue on yours. And I have to say, this has been one of the biggest lessons that I've had to learn, to forgive people, um, and to forgive myself, and to grow, and to accept, and to release. So, you guys have a great night. Actually, it's morning. Have a great morning. It's supposed to be a beautiful day here in Michigan tomorrow. I don't know where y'all from. Probably all 12 people of you that are watching are from Michigan. But if not, you know, hopefully you got good weather too. Anyway, God bless you all. I love y'all. Take care. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like button, hit that little ding-a-ling bell, because then it'll tell you when I upload something, and you know you don't want to miss one of these videos. So anyway, take care and appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.